earlier, just to get you guys in the lover's groove, we curated some artists that we're going to feature this evening. And as you already have seen a little bit of Black Milk, this next artist has a sultry serenade that he has prepared for you. So just to give you an idea of who this brother is. So Dannie B first began his career as an artist in poetry while studying creative writing in college. His unique use of vivid imagery earned him the award of Most Prolific Poet in 2009 at St. Louis Community College, right? Dannie B later went on to explore visual arts, working in photography and music. And despite working in multiple artistic mediums, poetry has always remained highly influential in his work. Dannie B's poetry focuses primarily on the subjects of love, intimacy, and attraction. He uses poetic language to express these abstract feelings in lyrical imagery that audiences can connect with. He believes that art is about connection. So if you would please put your left and right hands together for Dannie B. Yeah.
Damn, there's a lot of y'all in this building tonight. How y'all doing? Good. Is y'all excited about Valentine's Day?
Yes.
So like I was on my phone, like I write quotes and shit. If you follow me on Instagram at DannieB224. So I like write these quotes, and I had this one that I was thinking about because I'm not, connected to anybody right now. And so I think of this Valentine's Day as the one Valentine's Day that you spend alone will show you who you're gonna spend the rest of it with. So if you ain't got nobody, don't trip, man. Like, this is your time to get yourself together. 2019 is all about self if you're not connected to anybody. So, snap it up for that shit. So I don't care if y'all ain't got nobody. We finna enjoy this show tonight, all right? Cool. All right. Closely, we walk with the transparency of eyes to visualize this scenery on the greenery of grass. Her body is succulent glass that's tinted in grape. Guitar shaped, she is strumming my tone with her walk as a Victoria's Secret pendulum to my acoustic curriculum of love. Her lips are cherry-flavored doves that replicate the sexual identity of the sky, and the sidewalk articulates the twitching of her thighs under the covering of jeans. That means whenever she takes a step, her thighs jiggle, she's that thick.
Okay.
So the sidewalk articulates the twitching of her thighs under the covering of her jeans, and I am her denim fiend. But today, she wears cloth hip fitting, so I'm about the dream spitting, and the ground I'm hitting to be stepped on because her feet, my mind, are on. Like two roses attached to my optical thorn. Outside the social science building, she is socially stimulating my science and coordination of her biology.
Let them know.
Physically, she is the engineering of my wants. Mentally, she is the psychology of my dreams.
Okay.
Under the aquatics of gray clouds, our sensual value is loud through lenses. She is investigating my first of five senses. She is the butterfly outside the windows to my soul that's walking. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
So, as was mentioned in my beautifully written bio, I study creative writing, and I actually hold that piece very near and dear to me because I studied creative writing right across the highway at Flow Valley Community College. So, I was there with my homeboy Moses. What up, homie?
What up, man? Mr.
Yo, so like me and my best friend, we came up from, we started at Riverview. So the thing I like to tell people, man, is it don't matter what high school you came from. Like, I know a lot of people that's doing big things, man. Both of us can attest to that, man. My boy is over here a filmmaker. He's an actor. He's headed to California this year, man. So give up. Yeah, man, so like it all started right across the highway, man. So this is like a kind of a homecoming for me, man, because this is my first feature like in North County. Thank you. We always gotta roll out to the city or something like that, man. But it's just a pleasure to be able to do my thing here at home, man. It took me all of 7 minutes to get here.
You get lit, you get home early.
Yo. So fortunately, I don't consume alcohol anymore. I'm keeping myself clean. See here, what can I pull out of my bag tricks for you all? Okay, so since the guys, we had the dancer that we got to admire, I guess I'm gonna be the ladies' entertainment. So can I be y'all entertainment tonight? Yeah! I go to the Planet Fitness right here, so I kind of I gotta let what's going on. All right, cool. So this next piece is also one of the pieces I wrote right across the highway when I was sitting in the poetry club, getting my introvertedness on, just sitting, writing on my little piece of paper. And this piece is called Can I? Can I start by giving you compliments until I can get your phone number so I can be doing that shit in the open mic? Can I start by giving you compliments until the shape of my tongue stretches the diameter of your figure? I figure you to be a Sagittarius, just dressed to bury quivers of arrows deep into my heart with the swinging of your hips. I'm so in love with your slow drift, my eyes are in ecstasy every time you take a step. Your hips swing to the left, and then I watch with anticipation, just hoping you decide to bring them back right. Can I get your name? You see, I want to explain to you how my intentions are much more than just admiring you from afar. I want to get to know who you really are. You see, your thoughts and your feelings are much more appealing than me just trying to guess at what your clothes are concealing. I want to explore your mind within the intricate lines of your seductive voice. Your choice of words tells me everything I need to know about you. Excuse me, but your intelligence is showing. Can I admire your lips? The way words slip between them make your deepest thoughts feel like kisses. Lipstick sentences, your ideas kiss me so passionately. Your lips are the juiciest shade of wine. I fall in love with the prints that you leave all across my mind. Can I touch your skin? The way your curves and complexion blend is pure perfection. Just the idea of touching you is pure heaven, so much so you give my fingertips erections. Can I sell you this dream? This dream where You allow me to do things to you that come attached to no strings. You see, you don't even have to remove your jeans because I'm an expert in navigating seams and everything that's in between. You see, my fingers do it so potently. I will trace triangles around your ovaries and make you fall for me so potently.
Come on, Danny! Yes!
So don't you want to just come and let go with me? You see, I love talking to you, but I'd much rather be walking with you. So can I? That's that piece, y'all. Ooh. You know I'm gonna tell this story.
I love stories.
So last September, me and Unlimited Poet, shout out to Unlimited. So we was at this event called September Erotica. It's an annual event, you know, put it on your calendars. We're pretty early in the year, y'all can show up this time around. And so part of the show was, there was this competition where they were trying to see who could make the best orgasm sounds. And so, you know, y'all together?
You nasty.
No, I'm like, it's three. So you here by yourself?
I am.
You ain't finna leave by yourself. Hey, somebody in here. Well, so anyway, that's the story. Libra. So I'm a Leo. I get along extremely well with Libras. Gang. So back to the story before we get too sidetracked. So there's this competition to see who can make the best sexual sounds. And you know, the first people, they get up there, everybody's kind of like hyped because they like, damn, the competition just off GP is dope. And Unlimited comes, actually I still got the video.
Don't play it! Don't play it! Oh my God!
Do you want to come up here and give a demonstration?
I'll give it. Come
Yo, give it up one time for Unlimited.
I'm only doing this because I love Daddy.
That's right.
Yes.
She said Danny, but it sounded like
Daddy. Okay, this not this piece, but it's kind of like a piece because I go into a whole nother mode.
Wash your hands in advance.
So the other girls, they were cool. They were like, oh yes, Daddy. I was like, they whack as fuck. Like, when I'm giving that good shit away, I make a lot of noise. So I really went into that space and I was like, oh yes. Right there, Daddy. Oh shit. Oh, yes, fuck me harder. Smack me. I wanna be a little bitch. Oh, smack me. Fuck. Hold on. Oh, no. Yeah. I did a little extra, but y'all know that's it.
Yo, I give that one time for Unlimited the Poet. Yo, like, I feel like I could just walk off the stage and not do the rest of my set. Alright, so like that was actually perfect timing because we're gonna take like a little shift transition into something I kind of been, you know, working on for a little bit of minutes, something here. So I'm actually gonna take off this jacket.
That boy playing!
And so like usually I'm not like a tie person, but I feel like because of the nature of this event, I had to wear a tie. You could like take this shit off and use it for handcuffs and restraints. This shit works, it does wonders, man. So like I have this concept that I've been working on, and another piece that was written across the highway. So give it up to Flo Valley. And so, you know, there's lots of love pieces and everything like that. There's lots of intimacy, sex, fucking, and all that kind of shit, the late night groove. And so one morning I just woke up and I'm like, the morning time is just, there's something about morning, man. Like, it has this special energy to it.
It's when your dick wake up.
Exactly, nigga. That's what I'm talking about.
What a glory.
And so it just came to me like, we finna write about morning sex. How many of y'all like morning sex? So this piece is inspired in peace. I gotta give shouts out to Amel LaRue.
Yes.
And it's called We Can Be New. We can be new. Like the first sign of sky blue in the AM. Enjoy the first sight of me next to you when we awaken from this spiritual journey our souls have taken. Pull me into your arms and kiss me until our senses rise. Envision last night whenever you close your eyes. Deep breaths. Inhale the sweetness of this moment. I can smell your hormones growing more potent. Embracing your scent gives me a high eye, free fall through the fragrance left wherever you lie. Skin to skin, we personify the term best friend whenever we join complexions. Penetration in suspense. Our existence is so intense. Heat in the coolness of the morning breeze. Our bodies are tingling from the sounds of waking leaves. The aroma of sexual dreams still lingers as I lick today's morning dew from your fingers. I can taste your thoughts. You want me. I want you. You explore me, so I explore you too. We know each other's bodies so very, very well, but this morning we can be new. So like, when our sex toy vendor walked up here and she said she was a phone sex operator, I'm like, damn, maybe I can like do that shit too. Do they have men that like do that? Like, y'all laughing, but I'm so serious. I'm like, I can make So, for y'all clock watching folks, we reached the halfway point of my set. So, how many of y'all watch YouTube? Yeah. So, you know, when you like see that video that you just popped into YouTube and you get ready to watch that shit, and then exactly, advertisement pops up. So this is that part of the show when the advertisement pops up.
30 seconds.
So, I'm like hella bougie, you know, based on the time shit. So I have a website. And y'all know what that website is? That website is DannieB.com. DANNIE, B as in boy.com. You can conveniently find my website on Google, Firefox, and Internet Explorer if you have an old ass computer. No shame. Or I have like these dope ass cards because I also do photography. So I'm like really nice and friendly and all that good stuff. So if you walk up to me and say, hey, I enjoyed your set, or hey, I kind of just want to say what's up, you can get one of these cards. It has information on it. It also has pictures. So what I like about my business cards is, you know how you get shit and then motherfuckers just throw it away like, oh fuck that, I ain't never gonna call you. This shit got a picture on it. So if your ass is cheap, you can put it up on your wall, on your mirror, and got some artwork and shit. Who does that shit? Me. Exactly. That master's degree came in handy. Okay, now we're back. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I first started doing poetry back in about 2008, and you know, it was something that allowed me to express my thoughts. You know, I'm very introverted, contrary to like what stage personality says. And so I found it very difficult to approach women. Like I would have to write shit down and be like, yo, this is like what I really feel, and then try to give it to them. And like that's literally how my poetry writing kind of became. You know, if it never would have been for me shy, I probably would have never been a poet. I probably would have been something else. And so, you know, I did that. But ironically, I come from a family of musicians. Like literally both sides of my family, mother's side, father's side, almost everybody is involved in music. My grandparents were gospel singers. I had an uncle that was a touring musician that toured with the Four Tops. I have a cousin that just graduated from Loyola University with a degree in music. So music has always been very deep in my family. And even though like I didn't start off as a musician, my uncle always looked at me like, yo, you finna play something. Like my older cousin, she's always telling us these stories of how my uncle was like, yo, what he gonna play? What he gonna play? What she gonna play? What they gonna play? And so eventually, you know, it caught on to me. So about 2010, that's when I picked up a guitar and decided, you know, like I'm gonna, you know, get with it, you know. And it took me a little bit of time, and you know, I eventually got to the point where I was popping up at a Legacy. Shout out to Legacy, old school poetry spot. And so, you know, I would strum a little something with my poetry and everything like that. And, you know, I progressed to the point where, you know, I was full-fledged gigging musician, you know, did a show out of town and all that. I played at the KDX stage with other people, and I love music to death. But then I kind of reached this point where I'm like, it makes perfect sense if I like write songs and shit, man. Like, people, you know, always ask me that. They're like, yo, like, you got something on SoundCloud, you got music? I'm like, I mean, I play with other people. And so, you know, I basically transitioned to this point where, you know, I started taking voice lessons and all that. And I started writing some music, man. So, y'all want to hear some music?
Yeah! I know him.
I know him.
Sexual chocolate. That boy good.
So I like brought my own little setup and stuff. I'm hella bougie. But you know, that's what happens when you get trained by, you know, a phenomenal singer. My teacher was the phenomenal Jasmine Turner, who was off in New York doing her thing. So if anybody like Facebook Live and she see this, shout out to you, Jasmine Turner. So she encouraged me to like get my own microphone because she said whenever you go in venues, you really don't know what kind of sound system they have. So if you, you know, Whitney Houston or something like that, people would never know that if they got like a cheap dollar store microphone. Facts. This ain't a cheap store. Y'all ain't got, you shouldn't be, cause y'all rocking, man.
Good job. Still know him.
Why is everybody staring at me? Y'all making me nervous. Y'all making me nervous. I ain't never did this before. Get myself in tune real quick. I thank you all so very, very much for being here. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to rock here with WordUp Open Mic. Shout out to Energy and Lewis. Alrighty here. So this is the first song that I ever really wrote that I felt like was worthy of performing, and it continues along with the same thing of the last piece, you know, the whole morning sex thing and everything like that. And it is called Coffee. Think of it as TV. You see this small ass venue, everything travels. The sun's rising all around the room. Events of morning are about to bloom. You awake before me, so hot and horny. Dreams in your head of our safe word read. You look to me to see if I'm awake. My eyes haven't opened, but you refuse to wait. You apply and you move, trying to be nice and smooth about waking me up to get what you want. Wake me up with the smell of coffee. Heat me up with the taste of coffee. Spread your scent all around the room. It's immaculate. I wanna taste you soon. Sweet cocoa brown. The skin is all around my head. You're beautifully round. 5'5" hit the ground. But you're straddling my face with the shape of your waist. A teacup full of coffee. Drip slow and softly. You gave me a sip. I opened my eyes. Your scent was on my lips. What a pleasant surprise. Wake me up with the smell of coffee. Heat me up with the taste of coffee. Spread your scent all around the room. It's immaculate. I wanna taste you soon. Wake me up with the smell of coffee. Heat me up with the taste of coffee. Spread your scent all around the room. It's immaculate. I wanna taste you soon. Man, that took a lot of energy. Like, you know how many hours I was sitting in my basement just practicing and practicing. But you know, like, the thing that I'm most grateful for is, you know, not just talents, but people that will push you to actually do talented things. You know, one thing that I can honestly say about St. Louis is this is the best city in the country for getting your talent started. Like, of all the places that I've been to, you know, everybody kind of has this mindset that you gotta be there already. But over the years, between myself and between all the people that I know, there has never, ever been any more support for getting your dreams started than right here in St. Louis. Yeah. So like one of the people I want to give a dope shout out to, and I do this every time, but you know, it means that much to me, man, is Louis Confliction. Where you at, Louis? Yo, man, so like Louis is my dude because when I first started like performing poetry, you know, when I transitioned from writing on a page to actually doing spoken word at an open mic, Louis was one of the first people to push me to be better. And I remember, you know, I'm up there holding my paper all nervous and shit, you know, I'm talking all fast, mumbling and everything like that. He's like, yo, like, do better, man, like you got it. And so he told me this funny ass story about how, you know, he just like accidentally recorded me or some shit like that. He's like, yo, man, like you got some really good stuff, man. You just need to work on your presentation, your performance. And literally, like over the years, Louis has constantly pushed me, man. So like, I really appreciate that, my dude, man. And so, you know, when you have people like that in your life, you know, whether it be a friend, whether it be a partner, whether it be a complete stranger, man, like, just be grateful, man. You know, always acknowledge those people, man. You never know who you're gonna become. You never know who they're gonna become. But, you know, every J. Cole, they started off from scratch and somebody was pushing them to become a J. Cole, man. So if you in this room tonight, whether you got on this mic or whether, you know, you haven't gotten on the mic or whether you do something else, dancing, acting or anything like that, man, just keep going, man, because you never know what's going to happen.
Amen.
Thank you.
My boy back here a Libra, man. Like, y'all dope people, real talk.
Libras, let's go.
So we've reached the point in the night where I have one more piece for y'all. And before I go, I got to do like my last little YouTube commercial. So once again, I go by Dannie B, AKA Dannie Boyd. That's my government name that I use when I do DANNIE BOYD, Boyd. Yeah, Boyd. So funny story, when I was in grade school, I had this white teacher, and every time I would come in class, he'd be like, yo, you know, it's this song called Oh Dannie Boy. He'd be like, oh Dannie Boy. I'm like, damn, stop singing that. And at first I thought it was just white people until black people started saying that shit too. I'm like, damn, I can't escape it, man. It is. I've never listened. Why you like tell me that?
You've never listened to a song that sang that to you?
Hell, when you're traumatized by shit, you don't want to listen to that shit. Yeah, but so, you know, my website is dannieb.com, spelled DANNIEB. I'm also on Instagram at DannieB224. And, you know, I ain't going nowhere, I'm hanging around. You know, I'm real friendly. Y'all can approach me, y'all can chat it up and everything like that. So I have this last piece. And so I think this is probably one of the more recent pieces that I just finished. And I really wanted to capture, thank you, sir, if you could please hold it down. But so, like, I really wanted to capture, that feeling of first falling in love. You know, like there are so many pieces that I've done about like watching someone and admiring someone from a distance, about actually, you know, being in a relationship. But I had this idea for really wanting to capture like that initial feeling of when you first ask somebody like, yo, like, do you want to be with me? Because I think that's like one of the most precious moments, man. Like, you don't get that many moments in life. You know, there's plenty of, you know, first time attractions, there's plenty of like, you know, hookups and everything like that. But that moment when you first like get with that person and you like have that conversation, like what does that feel like when you know you can be with that person? And so this one is called Leaving. A simple question has me on edge. This part confession of the thoughts in my head. A few little words that I had to ask you. Cause my heart is hearing the way my soul feels about you. You're the most beautiful feeling that I've ever felt before. So if it's in the cards, I'm hoping a yes is what I'll draw. Will you be the one? 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 I've known love before, but I never knew it could feel this way. I asked you to be the one, and I'm waiting to hear just what you'll say. I fell for you, and now I'm falling to my face, hoping you'll rescue me with the sweetest embrace. I'm hoping you'll rescue me with the sweetest embrace. Save me from this suicide so you and I can spend our lives happy together, happy forever. Save me from this suicide so you and I can spend our lives happy together, happy forever. Will you be the one? 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 Oh, how I love you, oh, how I trust you, oh, how my heart says no. Love only grows, love only grows, love only grows. Oh, how I love you, oh, how I trust you, oh, how my heart says go. Love only grows, love only grows, love only grows. You gave me your hand, and in it was your heart. You said yes, this is where forever starts. You said yes, this is where our forever starts. You and I, we were born to fly, we'll share the sky. Happy together, happy forever. You and I, we'll share the sky. We were born to fly, just me and you. Happy together, happy forever. Will you be the one? Will you be the one? Will you be the one? Will be the one?
Yeah. Come on. Let's go. Yeah.
Dannie Boyd.
Yeah. Dannie Boyd. Dannie Boyd. Yeah.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah. Okay. That's it.
Make some noise one time for Dannie B. Danny is a dope artist, but he got like a weird thing with modesty, right? So he be trying to tell y'all the shit that he actually does, because he wants y'all to appreciate all of him, but he don't tell y'all all the shit he actually does. You get what I'm saying? So I will say that y'all heard the guitar playing, completely self-taught. Y'all heard him singing while he was playing the guitar, like completely self-taught. And everything else that he did, pretty much everything, right? Completely self-taught. Make some noise one more time for our piece, right? Coming from a person like myself who's been saying I wanted to play guitar for a long time and ain't did that shit, this man is dope. You get what I'm saying? He was like, I want to play guitar. And you know what the fuck he did? He started playing guitar. Like, yeah. That's dope. One more time for your feature, Dannie B, y'all.